Good evening, y'all. I'm Coach D, and this is Gary D TV. And welcome to a very, very special edition of Coach's Corner. Now, you ask, Coach, why is it special? Well, if y'all know me, y'all know I get a little slow in the wintertime. And y'all know I quit opioids years back. So, I'm allowed to take medical marijuana. Therefore, I kind of like the winter to come, but I don't. However, I'm in a very good mood tonight, so we get a special edition. Now, let's get to real business. I'm sitting back listening to the blues, watching the news, and then I start thinking about all the shit that's going crazy in the news. Now, me personally, when I started having problems, I went to a therapist. All right, now people are like, a therapist? Fuck a therapist. I ain't going to a therapist. And they're like, nah, and plus I ain't got the money for it. Look, there's always somebody out there that you can pay money to that can listen to what you want to say. Your friends will do it for a beer. What I'm trying to say, it's good to let shit out, man. That's what it is. I mean, you know, when you do see some of these therapists sometimes, they want you to see them on a video. And personally, I don't do shit on fucking video. I'm sorry. I don't do that shit. And when you people have like online bank accounts and shit like that, I'm like, nah. I did download my online banking app. You know what I look at it for? To see how much money I got in the bank and what I owe. But I never have paid anything to transfer money on that. It was like Venmo. Venmo was like you can send money from here to there, and I was like, nah, bullshit. And so yeah, my niece showed me that, and I was like, wow. And I was like, is it really there? And she's like, yeah, it is. Well, it is. So I started thinking about when I was watching news, this crypto shit. And I'm like, who the fuck would ever invest into something that they can't see right there and then try to trade it to someone else? I mean, look, I come from the hood. I was able to achieve a master's degree, but I ain't the smartest motherfucker in this yet, I guarantee you. But one thing I can tell you is that no way in the world would I give someone my money on the internet to say that I own something that I can't see and then trade it as if it's some sort of commodity. Excuse me, but those people were in the front of the class when I was in elementary school. I guess they're in the back of the class today. That's just how I fucking see it. Who would do something like that? Now, when I got my bank application, okay, I was like, when I put it on the thing, I was like, okay, it's cool. And my wife was like, you could like transfer shit on things like that. I'm not transferring no fucking money on no damn bank. That shit ain't gonna happen. You know what I need to do? I need to go into the bank, give my money to a person, let that person see me, I see them, and if there's any kind of problem, I can go back to the bank and say, I saw that person. I get my receipt there, I hold on to that shit. There is nothing that I personally want to do on the internet except watch some like news clips and shit like that on YouTube and shit like that. But that's just about it. You learn that shit from like you know that sometimes people ain't real, just like the Bitcoin, it ain't real. All right, take for instance. Let's just say for instance, okay. Um, when I got a divorce and moved to New Hampshire before I met my lovely wife, Susan, when I got divorced, went to New Hampshire, I was looking for dating apps and shit, okay? Because I thought I want to go see someone, all right? But, you know, you got to talk to them first on the computer. Excuse me. Okay, so what happens is you get on the computer, you go on, and they show up a picture, and maybe you can speak to them on the phone after you call them. But you ever notice that the girls, some girls, well, not all, some are who they say, maybe 15%, or what they do, or who they are, or whatever. However, uh, some girls take that picture with the head looking up, and so all you can see is their titties. Right? That's all you can see. And you're thinking like, oh shit, that's a nice catch. You know, I'm gonna go and check her out. Well, that shit happened to me one time. All right. So I called her up, and she was like, "Hey," I said, "Hey," I said, "I like your picture." She said, "I like your picture too." You know, and I've always been a big guy. Everyone who has known me from the beginning of my life has known I've always been a big guy. I've gotten a lot smaller since then, but I've been a big guy. Nevertheless, this girl was like, "Come on over to my house." And let me say this too: there ain't nothing wrong about being big, okay? You be you, motherfuckers. You be you. Fuck everybody else that says you can't be you. All right. One sec. Love the blues. So I went over to this motherfucking girl's house, okay? And knocked on the door. She said, "You want to bring some alcohol?" Well, I thought to myself, I'm gonna take her out for some alcohol and everything cool. We'll go and have a couple things, everything cool, it's all cool. I felt uncomfortable going to a girl's house that I never met before. I couldn't believe she asked me to come to her house, and I should have took that as the first red flag. Okay. Anyways, so I pull up the house, I knock on the door, I knock again, and this girl answers the door. Now she says hi, and she smiles, and I say hi, and I smile, and she goes, "How you doing?" And I go, "I'm fine." And at the time she's talking to me, I am looking above her head and to the side of the door and to the other side, and I'm like, uh, "Is Stephanie here?" And she goes, "I am Stephanie, silly." I was like, "Whoa, okay, right on." So I went in the house and we were cool and shit like that. And that was one of those dates you kind of do early. It wasn't the fact that fucking, she was a big girl or didn't look like she looked in the photo that was like 20 years later. But it was the fact that I don't like no one lying to me. You understand what I'm saying, dude? Y'all know that shit. I mean, girls, all I can say is tell the truth. Now, this supposed to be funny, but in reality, that goes for everybody. Everybody should tell the truth. And when they don't tell the truth, don't let it go. Don't be like, and you all know what I'm talking about now. Don't be like, oh, that's just him being him. No, motherfucker. No, you don't let that shit go. Now I'm high, but I'm gonna tell you something, okay? I have a few friends that I keep on hand, okay? And if I say something to them, all right, and I say, dog, I got you on this, man. Ain't no one ever gonna know nothing. I got this, or whatever, and shit like that, okay? And all of a sudden, I say something and shit like that. My friends ain't never gonna forgive me. They're gonna be like, "Motherfucker, you said you had my back." I'm like, I can't say nothing because that's the kind of shit you don't do. You do what you say and you say what you do, motherfucker. And I hope I said that shit right because I am a little buzzed. But, anyways, go back to the girl thing. That shit really happened. Now, y'all can see that I'm trying to be funny, but I'm being serious here, you guys. And funny. And so, going on to that, how many of y'all tried to get Taylor Swift tickets? Okay? Taylor Swift fucking tickets? First of all, I wrote something about this in Facebook, but I took it off. All right, but when someone told me when they were on, what was it? I can't even remember what it was on TV. But I asked my wife, I go, "Who Taylor Swift?" And she told me it's Taylor Swift, and I said, "Who?" I sounded like a motherfucking owl. I was like, "Who? Who the fuck is this bitch?" And I guess she's like the Justin Bieber of the girls' time. I didn't know who fucking Justin Bieber was. I know that my daughters liked him, my youngest one, not the oldest one, but I knew that shit. But I didn't know who fucking Justin Bieber was. Uh, and to be honest with you, all right, now I'm gonna be honest. This is my honest thing. He got that one song. I think it's called "Oh Lord" or something like that. It's a real religious song. I love that song. But other than that, nah, fuck that shit. Fuck Justin Bieber's songs and shit. Okay. Other than that song, and then I'm like this Taylor Swift shit, and I'm like, uh, what the fuck she saying? And my wife told me what she saying, and I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't pay shit for a fucking Taylor Swift ticket. If it was the Temptations, all right, if it was the Commodores or something like that shit, if it was even Michael Jackson. Oh, I got a story about a Michael Jackson and some ticket brokers and why this Taylor Swift shit is just bullshit. Okay, check this out. So in my younger days, I was seeing this girl named Lisa. All right, and she know her last name. She was a cutie, a nice hottie and shit. Was like a copper tone model and all that shit. Yeah, that's right. I moved up from high school. Anyways, she was like, she was a manager of a ticket broker place, and the guy that owned it, his name was John. And what they would do is this is how they made their money. Okay, when Ticketmaster came out with tickets, and this before the internet, you had to go stand in line, and you could only buy 10 tickets at a time. All right, this is a true story. So what they would do is they'd each get in a van, and they would pick up homeless people, and they would drive the homeless people to the ticket places to stay in line. Now they would give them, if it was an overnight thing, they'd give them a tent, all that shit. They'd give them food, and then when they got up to the window, and water, and by the way, anything they wanted, they'd give them. When they got up to the window, they would give them the money for 10 tickets, whether it be Elton John, Rush, Michael Jackson. They'd give them money for 10 tickets. They'd get the money, the guy would turn around, give them the 10 tickets, they'd give them $25 and have them go stand back in line if they want to do it again. Now, what that did is that took out all the tickets that people wanted to buy. And they would have like 10, 15 people in a van. So check it out. What Ticketmaster is doing, what people don't understand. Oh, by the way, they would sell those tickets for 10 times what they were worth. Well, a week or 2 weeks before the show. Now, this is some true shit I'm telling you. And what people don't understand, what I'm kind of laughing at, is all these Taylor Swift, and I don't mean to like be laughing at her, but it's kind of funny bitches be crying over a bitch and shit. But anyways, this Taylor Swift shit, what they did is they put that shit on Ticketmaster and had some of Taylor Swift's people. This is my opinion. This is my opinion, okay? So if they're gonna sue anybody, sue me. They put that shit, they got some of their people that know how to hack to get in their fat, or they got a code. And Ticketmaster bought some tickets as they were on sale, and Taylor Swift people bought some tickets while they were on sale. And when they did that shit, other people were trying to get tickets, and now all of a sudden the thing crashes, but all the tickets are really gone because that's how it got done. Basically, they take the Lisa and John out of it, and they do it between themselves. Now, if you think that's bullshit, I want you to listen to me here. That's why they didn't sell tickets on Friday. Today. Yeah. Was today Friday? Whatever. They didn't sell tickets on Friday because they knew that they had already sold out, and it was a kerfunk on their bullshit side. Now, if you want to say anything about it, you tell me I ain't right. I guarantee you that's what happened. I don't know if it'll come out, but this is the truth. Anyways, I just want to say, y'all, I'm in a good mood tonight. I hope y'all are in a good mood. And you know what? Have some fun, motherfucker. Chew one of those gummy things and shit that you see all over Facebook. I don't know. Do your thing, man. But have some fun tonight. This is Gary D, Coach D, Gary D TV, Coach's Corner. And guess what? I'm out of here.